I think every part of this country.
Okay.
Used to accept books.
Mm-hmm.
Not long ago. But think of it now, it's look way back then. At no one point did I ever think that somebody would tell me, look here, we've identified a story from the Bible, an intriguing part of the Bible, and we're going to sit back and make art out of it, and come see, come watch it. It's one of those things that I've never thought that art would come out of there. You know what people say? Oh, it's about the Bible. Then, guys, that we already know that story. What different thing am I gonna know? Because I grew up in church. My family is a Christian family, so people like to think that when you tell them, "Come, let's do a narration of the Gospel of Mark to you," they will say, "But I already know the Bible. Let's begin from that before we go to the journeyman house." Okay. Why is it intriguing for us to talk about the Gospel of Mark?
It's interesting when you see you in all the years that you had done this, you had never thought, and that's the interesting part, because it's not, you're not peculiar in that sense. Most of us would tend to think that no, this Bible is it's all preachy and it's all this, but they fail to realize that, and just the fact that that they have not maybe taken time even to just look at it. Because, for example, the Gospel of according to St. Mark, that is it's actually a narrative. No, when you look at the Pauline epistles, those are letters, but this is actually a story that's being told by somebody. And it's basically almost the same thing. You know, the way we grew up. I don't know how old you are, but maybe we grew up with a grandma and all this, and there was a storytelling times and all kind of stuff. That's exactly how this Gospel of Mark is structured. It's actually a story. It's a story told by a man called Mark, and this guy is telling us this what happened, this what happened, this what happened, this what happened. And one of the most intriguing things about it is that Mark does not, he actually, as much as he would speak about what Jesus taught, he would mainly, the word that you find nearly all the time is the word immediately. And the Gospel of Mark is an action story of a man that is moving here and moving here. He's getting these confrontations, has a problem with these people. The establishment is confronting people that are resisting what he knows to be God's will, you know, and how he comes in, and many people misunderstand him. And when you look at it, and in fact, I don't know, just maybe just ask a question from viewers. How many times do they know that Jesus told the people, "Do not tell people whom I am"? Very many times. And this is a story of a man that's actually that's so caught up in a passion to be able to be able to have to represent what he knows is right and what God had, and he's moving from this place and to this place, is getting these confrontations, and so it's actually a perfect story for a dramatic narration.
Yes.
And so it is, as I said, it's a narration of a man just telling the story of Jesus, and he doesn't. When you look at it, he doesn't, as opposed to the other Gospels. All the other Gospels begin with the nativity of Jesus, where he was born and all this. But for the Gospel of Mark, it begins when he begins his work, and it's something that I myself, before I thought I knew it, until I began to it. Then you suddenly realize, wow, there's a lot of stuff here that I do not know. And I'd realize many people think they know what it is, even those that go to church. Now, I have been a preacher.
Yes.
I've been a pastor for a few years. But the fact that actually when I really sat down to look at it, I realized, no, I didn't know as much as I thought I knew. And I was thinking, now, for some of us that are in church, we think we know, how much more for those that maybe have not been exposed to it? Do not know. So it's actually it's an amazing story. It's an amazing story. It's well told. It's very fast.
Yes.
It's moving from this place
Yes.
to this place. I mean, there are lots of confrontations that he has with the establishment people that have been there all these years and are hindering the common peoples to come to know God and to be able to become better people. And it's actually very intriguing.
That's
Yeah.
pretty much. I'd like to